a lot of evil people continued. There were a lot of good ones, but there were also a lot of evil ones. And it says that God was grieved in his heart when he saw the greatness of man's wickedness. Noah believed God and lived to please him. God warned Noah about the coming flood and gave him specific instructions about building the ark. And Noah obeyed God. Elsewhere in the Bible, it's going to tell us more about Noah. So we have a small picture of Noah in Genesis. We have it coming again later on in the New Testament, where it's talking more about Noah. Noah was told to build an ark. God didn't go through all the details of exactly what he was going to do. He just said, I need you to build an ark. And he gave him directions and dimensions. And again, AnswersInGenesis.com does a great job explaining this. You can look up anything on there in your search tools. So he goes to build the ark. As Noah and his sons worked on the ark, it says in the New Testament that he was a preacher of righteousness. So he had to have been telling people something. When the ark was completed and stocked with food, God commanded Noah and his family to enter. And God had given him specific instructions on what was going to be on the ark. 2 of every kind, 2 of every animal, every kind. But it also says sometimes there were more than 2. And you really need to read your Bible so you can find out how many of each animal were in there. So it's not just 2 by 2. That's what we see in the pictures, and that's what we read about in the storybooks, but that's not accurate. 7 days after Noah and his family enter the ark, God shuts the door. So Noah doesn't shut the door, God shuts it. Rain fell and water came up from the earth for 40 days and nights, flooding the whole earth and floating the ark above the mountains. Now it actually gives dimensions in the Bible, so it's going to tell you exactly how far above the mountains the water was. Also, when we think of it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, we're thinking they're in the ark, 40 days and 40 nights the water comes down, those are over, they get out and it's all fine. It didn't quite happen like that. If you read the Bible, they're in the ark about a year. So they're in there for a long time. And not in the ark were only just Noah and his wife, was also his 3 sons and their wives. When the rain stopped and the waters dried, the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. Now it says they rested on the mountains of Ararat, not Mount Ararat. So it was not on one mountain, it was on the mountains. When the ground was dry over a year later, God told Noah and his family it was safe to exit the ark. So it was over a year. See, you gotta read your Bible. Only Noah's family was left alive. Everyone else had died because they refused to listen to God's warning. And God put a rainbow in the sky, first one ever, as a sign that he would never again destroy the world by a flood. Every time you see that rainbow, that is a promise. That's a reminder of a promise that God made to Noah, saying, I will never destroy the earth with a flood. And again, I keep pointing you to that website because it does a great job of answering specific questions. I'm giving you an overview, but they can really go into exact details, and I feel comfortable sending you there.